In the restless heart of New York, where neon lights shimmered on wet streets and the city never slept, fate whispered softly, in moments too subtle for most to notice. Claire never believed in coincidences. She believed in fleeting moments, in stolen glances, in pauses between words that held entire worlds. She was a photographer, capturing life one frame at a time, always chasing the intangible, the intimate, the hidden truths. That evening, the gallery smelled of coffee, paint, and polished wood. Visitors wandered from one piece to another, their footsteps echoing softly, yet one woman stopped in front of a single photograph and seemed unable to move. Madison. She was tall, her features soft, her presence quiet but undeniable. Her gaze lingered on a black-and-white portrait of a woman smiling in the rain, a smile hiding a deep sadness. "There's sorrow in her eyes," Madison said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Like she's smiling to keep herself from crying." Claire froze. No one had ever seen that before. That photograph had been taken after a painful breakup, a fragment of Claire's own heart she had tried to hide from the world. But Madison saw it, and in that instant, something shifted. They began talking, at first about art, then about life, about fear and the fragility of emotions. Madison laughed softly, nervously, and Claire felt a strange warmth stirring inside her chest. The gallery emptied around them, and Claire suggested a walk. They wandered the rain-slicked streets under the glow of street lamps, side by side, discovering each other in subtle gestures, fleeting touches, and soft laughter. The city's noise faded into the background. In the quiet rhythm of their steps, they felt something unspoken take root. Weeks passed. Their encounters multiplied. Coffee breaks turned into long conversations, lunches stretched into hours of laughter, shared music playlists, and secret looks that lingered too long. Claire photographed Madison discreetly, not as a model but as someone who carried warmth wherever she went. Madison, in turn, began letting her guard down, ever so slightly, as if daring herself to trust. One evening, Claire texted, "Come over. I made dinner." Madison arrived to find the apartment bathed in candlelight. Soft music hummed in the background. The aroma of roasted garlic, basil, and freshly baked bread filled the air. On the small dining table were 2 plates, 2 glasses, and a single vase with delicate flowers. "Did you cook all this?" Madison asked, eyes wide, a soft smile on her lips. "Yes," Claire replied, her own lips curving in a shy grin. "And if it's terrible, you can blame me." They ate slowly, savoring not only the food but the intimacy of the moment. They talked, laughed, shared secrets. Occasionally, Madison would pause, looking at Claire with a mixture of awe and curiosity. And in the candlelight, Claire reached out, brushing her fingers against Madison's hand. A gentle, tentative touch that spoke volumes. "When I'm with you," Madison whispered, "everything feels alright." Claire leaned closer, tilting her head, letting their lips meet. The kiss was soft, hesitant, trembling with the weight of emotion. It was not a simple gesture. It was a confession, a promise, a silent, "I choose you." The room seemed to shrink, leaving only the two of them and the flickering flames of candlelight reflecting in their eyes. The kiss deepened, filled with longing, passion, and tenderness. Claire's fingers traced the curve of Madison's jaw, brushing a stray strand of hair behind her ear. Madison's eyes closed, her body leaning into Claire's warmth. In that moment, all the uncertainty, all the fear of vulnerability, melted away. Later, they sat on the floor, wrapped in a soft blanket, wine glasses in hand. Madison shared stories of her past, the loneliness, the fear of rejection, the difficulty of embracing who she truly was. Claire listened, holding her hand, kissing her temple, offering silence where words were unnecessary. The night stretched, and the conversation faded into a quiet rhythm of shared breaths, subtle touches, and knowing glances. Every brush of fingers, every heartbeat in unison, every soft whisper said, "I am here. I am not going anywhere." Yet love was not without its shadows. Madison occasionally retreated, haunted by old fears. Claire waited, patient and unwavering, understanding that closeness required freedom. Every time Madison returned, their eyes met, and the tension dissolved. The city outside could rage endlessly, but inside, their world remained a sanctuary of trust and intimacy. One night, Madison whispered, "I'm scared of losing you." Claire pressed her forehead against hers. "Then hold on. We'll figure it out together." And they did. Nights filled with laughter, quiet reconciliations, lazy mornings in bed, and candlelit dinners became the threads of their lives. Their love was steady, gentle, and real, a soft, unwavering light in the midst of the city's chaos. It didn't demand grand gestures. It lived in the stolen moments, the quiet touches, the way one would adjust the blanket around the other, the soft caress of a hand over a cheek, the lingering kisses that spoke more than words ever could. Claire and Madison had found home. Not in walls, not in a city, but in each other's hearts. In the flickering candlelight, with the faint scent of wine and basil lingering, they discovered that love, when true, heals, sustains, and illuminates even the darkest corners of the soul. Imperfect and fragile, yet perfectly aligned, their love was tender, passionate, enduring, and unmistakably theirs. And in that quiet apartment, as the city pulsed beyond the windows, they realized that some stories are meant to be written in silence, felt in touches, lived in moments, that love is not just an emotion, but a sanctuary, a soft light that guides you home. Always.